Welcome to The Top Shelf, my Criterion DVD review series. This is episode 76. My name is Ernest Whiteman III. I'm a Northern Arapaho filmmaker, artist, writer, and media educator. And we're taking a look at the top shelf of my Blu-ray collection. It's where I keep my Criterions. And today's episode is Portrait of a Lady on Fire. You can see it's still wrapped, but I have seen this film. This is directed by Céline Sciamma. It's from 2019. It is about two women who fall for each other. But in this case, Marianne, played by Noémie Merlant, is the artist who's tasked with painting a wedding portrait of Heloise, played by Adele Haenel. So excuse my pronunciation of those names. And it's a very interesting film because she's tasked with painting Heloise without really letting on that she's painting her, because it's supposed to be done on the slide, done in secret. Then when Heloise finds out, she sort of makes Marianne her constant companion, and of course it turns into sort of a love story between the two women. And it's a very interesting film in many respects. Most importantly, I think, is this concept of the gaze. Now this film by Sciamma tackles that in so many different aspects of the film. The first, though, is through the multiple shifts of what the definition of the gaze is. First and foremost, it's mainly through the gaze of the director. Most of how most films are depicted is, in auteur theory at least, is that the director has a very specific messaging, view, perspective on the subject that they want to convey in the story. And because, of course, in this case, the director is a woman, that very much does shift the gaze of male-dominated industry like filmmaking. So there's the shift of gaze that way. And there's also the storytelling of the LGBTQ plus community, which this very much does, even though this takes place in sort of like in a historical sense. The idea that the LGBT community has always been a part of these communities since, time immemorial, is another thing that sort of like is shown through in this film. It's a very lovely and beautiful film. And for me, another aspect that's really interesting for me as a filmmaker is this gaze, the idea of the gaze, of the shift between the artist and the subject, where it becomes where the artist is looking upon, Marianne is looking upon Heloise as sort of like the subject of this painting, but then the gaze is also returned back from Heloise to the woman that she sort of discovers that's painting her. So that there's that shift that way that happens. So it's always very interesting to me to see these sort of like stories about the idea of creating special, the idea of creating art. One of my favorite genres has always been about, films about making films. And this one is sort of like that subtly, but it's about the creation of capturing these moments of recognition. And I think that is a very important aspect of that. So let's take a look at, the reason why I purchased this is because I've been hearing how good it was for so long. And it also is always, then it wasn't until I saw a video talking about the shifting of the gaze, which hopefully I'll link in the description below, that really interested me in the aspect of filmmaking and of the film. So I did sort of watch it, I think, when it was available on YouTube. Or no, wait, I rented it from the library and watched it, loved the story, loved the filmmaking of it, and love that concept of the gaze being shifted around on all these multiple levels. So that was the main reason why I purchased it. Was just to have this really incredible, and I think a seminal film in filmmaking. So we're breaking out the glasses, as you can see. Here's a look at the details and the extras. This is from 2019. It's 121 minutes. Color, 5.1 surround, 8.51 to 1 aspect ratio. Here's the director-approved features. It's a 4K master. I believe this is just a 2K though transfer. 5.1 surround sound. New conversation between director Céline Sciamma and film critic Dana Stevens. New interviews with actors Adele Haenel and Noémie Merlant. Interview with cinematographer Claire Mathon from the 2019 Cannes Film Festival. I got to address the cinematography in this as well. It's a beautifully captured film. It's really, I would put this probably on the same level as sort of like Thin Red Line, you know, Terrence Malick's film. Just worth, there's a really strong vision behind the cinematography. An interview from 2019 with artist Hélène Delmer on the creating of the paintings for the film, plus an essay, of course, by Elia Bittercourt, all included on this special Blu-ray edition. So that's on the top shelf for today. Portrait of a Woman on Fire, spine number 1034. Thank you for watching. I have a couple more coming up, hopefully soon, and because I've been purchasing more Blu-rays and trying to build up my collection. So we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Welcome back to the top shelf, my Criterion DVD. It's been so long since I've done this. Okay, ready? 3, 2. Hello, welcome back to the... it's been too long.